Good morning, students. I am SK Tiwari. Today I am going to teach you class 9 mathematics of chapter coordinate geometry. Before I start to our teaching, I want to convey you some message. Students, now in days situation is very going up and down, and survival is very difficult. So be careful, take precautions, be in your homes safely, and study your online teaching mode. Students, in this coordinate geometry, I want to discuss about the teaching points. So, first of all, we should have to learn about the coordinate. That is, what do you mean by coordinate? Location of point in a plane XY Cartesian coordinate system, and finally how we can describe any point by locating them in xy plane, that is in Cartesian system xy plane have been located, and in this location you should have to find the quadrants in a specific quadrants where point will be lies. This is our main teaching motto of this chapter. So let us start the chapter coordinate geometry. Students, you have already studied how to locate a point on a number line. You also know how to describe the position of point on the line. There are many other situations in which to find a point we are required to describe its position with reference to more than one line. So students, if we are saying that by how we locate a point in a plane, so in any plane you have to draw x and y axis, which is horizontal and the vertical line, and in this line if you can draw, we can obtain the four separate parts which is known as the quadrants. So in the specific quadrants we can obtain the different points which describe its x and y values. So is a specific x values which is called abscissa, and the distance of vertical line which is called y-axis, this is called ordinate. So in earlier classes we have studied that how a number line can be easily allocated, and you can see there are different types of examples which has been given. You can see a figure 3.2, that is a point is located which have two values, that is in horizontal and the vertical. If we can see the vertical values, the distance in a vertical plane, it is 9 centimeter, while the horizontal distances is 5 centimeter. So there are two values can be obtained, which is x and y values, and later on we can see also the columns and the rows. You can draw the separate columns by doing the activities in graph paper also, and how many rows any point is uh, allocating, that erasing, by counting the such type of columns and the rows. We can also find the values of the x and y. Now you see, T shows teacher desk, S shows Sonia's desk. There are some examples. So in it has been shown on graph paper, and by this observing and discussing above, the position of any object lying in a plane can be represented with the help of two perpendicular lines. In case of dot, we require distance of the dot from bottom line as well as from left edge of the paper. In case of sitting plane, we require the number of the column and that of the rows. This simple idea has far-reaching consequences and has given rise to a very important branch of mathematics, which is known as the coordinate geometry. In this chapter, we aim to introduce some basic concept of coordinate geometry. You will study more about this in your higher class also. This study was initially developed by the French philosopher and mathematician. This is known as René Descartes. So this René Descartes, this is very French philosopher and great mathematician. He has given such type of the concepts. Now students, by knowing and understanding these Cartesian systems, we can allocate the values of a specific point, which is called as the coordinates of a given point. Now you see the Cartesian system. In number line in the chapter, that is in number system, on the number line, distances from a fixed point are marked in equal units positively in one direction and negatively in the other direction. The point from which the distance is marked is called the origin. We use the number line to represent the numbers by making points on a line at equal distances. If 1 unit distance represents the number 1 and then 3 units distance represents the number 3, 0 being at the origin, the point in the positive direction at a distance r from the origin represents the number r. The point in the negative direction at a distance r from the origin represents the number r. So locations of the different numbers on the number line are shown in figure 3.5. You can see the figure 3.5. So Descartes invented the idea of placing two such lines perpendicular to each other on a plane and locating points on the plane by referring them to these lines. The perpendicular lines may be in any direction, such as in figure 3.6 also you can see. These two lines to locate a point in a plane in this chapter, one line will be horizontal and the other will be vertical. These lines are actually obtained as follows. Take two number lines, calling them x, x dash, and y, y dash. Place x, x dash, this is called horizontal, and write the numbers on it just as written on the number line. We do the same thing with y dash y, except that y is vertical, not horizontal. Combine both the lines in such a way that the two lines cross each other at their zeros or the origins. The horizontal line x dash x is called the x-axis and the vertical line y dash is called the y-axis. The point where x dash x and y dash y cross, it is called the origin and is denoted by O. Since the positive numbers lie on the direction OX and OY, so OX and OY are called the positive directions of x-axis and the y-axis respectively. Similarly, OX dash and OY dash are called the negative directions of the x-axis and the y-axis respectively. You observe that axis, this is, divide the plane into four parts. These four parts are called the quadrants. That is, 1/4 part 1 is divided into 4. So number can be obtained as 1, 2, 3 and 4 anti-clockwise from OX. So the plane consists of the axis and these quadrants. We call the plane the Cartesian plane or the coordinate plane or the xy plane. These are the names of this Cartesian system. That is Cartesian plane or the coordinate plane, or we can say that xy plane. The axes are called the coordinate axis. Now let us see the any point which has been located in a plane, that is, you can see a point P has been located which horizontal values, that is distances, is Pn while the vertical is Pm. Another point Q is also located which vertical values is Qr while the horizontal value is Qs. So you can see in another way that point P lies in the first quadrant while the point Q lies in the third quadrant. So we write the coordinates of a point using the following conventions. The x coordinate of a point is its perpendicular distance from the y-axis measured along the x-axis, that is positive along the positive direction of the x-axis and negative along the negative direction of the x-axis. For the point P, it is 4 and for Q, it is -6. The x coordinate is called the abscissa. The y coordinate of point is its perpendicular distance from the x-axis measured along the y-axis, positive along the positive direction of the y-axis and negative along the negative direction of the y-axis. For the point P, it is +3 and for Q, it is -2. The y coordinate is also called the ordinate. So students, abscissa and ordinate, these are the two points, that is x and y values of a specific point which can be allocated in any plane. In studying the coordinates of a point in the coordinate plane, the x coordinate comes first and then y coordinate. We place the coordinates in brackets. As for example, you can see that point P can be allocated as 4, 3 in a specific bracket, while the coordinate of Q, which is -6, -2, both will be in one bracket. So note that coordinate describe a point in the plane uniquely. 3, 4 is not same as the 4, 3. Now students, very easily you can solve the questions which is given in the NCERT questions, NCERT books, and it is very clear something you should have to know, that in first quadrants value is plus plus, while that is plus plus means x-axis distance is positive and y-axis also positive. So in second quadrant you can see x values will be negative while the y values will be positive. In third quadrant both will be negative, that is x will be negative and y will be also negative. In fourth quadrant, that is x values will be positive while y values will be negative. So by knowing this one, you can see that where it has been shown in the figure, first quadrant plus plus, second quadrant minus plus, third quadrant minus minus, and fourth quadrant it is plus minus. Now by understanding and knowing these facts, I think you can solve the question of exercise 3.1 and 3.2 also. And students, first of all, you watch the videos, and after that you start to solve the question, that is plotting the graph and allocating a point in xy plane. You have to take care as precaution that you have to utilize the graph only. By plotting or allocating the points of graph, I think accuracy will be there, and very easily you can plot and allocate the point in Cartesian plane. So I think students, you solve the exercise 3.1, 3.2 and 3.3 also. In spite of all those, you feel any kind of the doubts, difficulties, problems, I will clarify it. Just you watch the video, understand the facts and concepts, and start to solve the questions. In any kind of the queries will be clarified by me. I am in the classes and I will clear all the facts and finding and all your difficult questions. Thank you.